limo that just finished up the last ever gig in Rio.
It's not inside the limo, it's from inside the limo.
Is it from inside?
Thank you.
Clever boy, clever boy. Yeah, and we couldn't get out of the fucking place because it was so crowded and the crowd went mental. And people is talking about Justin Bieber mania. This is Aha mania. Fucking hell. I mean, this is we couldn't get out, and Paul decided to roll down the window, and they. I mean, I was shit scared. And for them, it's just another day at work. For me,
just another day at the office.
Another day at the office. You know what I mean? Like, but for me, it's a scary experience.
Well, it's both true and at the same time, it's a volatile scene always, and things can actually turn ugly and turn bad, and people can get hurt. So it carries a lot of responsibility that we are, and that any act doing what we do, you become very aware of that. So the main reason for carrying security is to make sure that situations don't get out of hand. That it's not really to so much look after the band as to actually look after the crowd as well. That's how it works.
You have some more pictures here from. I think you have some pictures. This is from.
This is recording the Foot of the Mountain, and this is actually recording the title track in New Jersey, Hoboken, and I mean, this part of the album, they're recording in this quite rock and roll studio. It's the same studio that Sonic Youth normally uses. Quite dim the lighting, and I try to, be. It was shitty lighting, and I you know the building lamps that you use. So just 5 minutes before we came in, I was like, just to get this shot, I have to just plug it in and just do it. And I did, and it's an immense heat that develops. And being so professional and a gentleman at the same time, he didn't care at all. And I stood like 15 centimeters from his face, just capturing it all while he laid down the vocals.
If that's 15 centimeters from my face, what kind of lens were you using?
It's a fisheye, come on. So, I mean, but that's so, I mean, that's, people are talking about pop stars and diva and all that shit, but I mean, he didn't mind at all. And I stood there, I was like shit scared from sneezing and everything, just to ruin the vocal track. He didn't mind. And after 30 minutes, Paul came in. Stian, do you have any good photos now? Because I would love to have some good vocals on the album too. And I was like, and he just kicked me out. But he just never said a word.
Morten, does it affect you having a photographer this close when you're recording vocals, or do you just like zone out of it?
It's something you learn to accept. It's not something you love. I've never loved being photographed. I've never really wanted to be photographed. But I understand why it's happening, and that it's part of the communication of everything that we do. So it's something you just do. And then when you do it, if you want it, then you want to do it well. I want to say that you touched on a very sore point in the difference between shooting promotional shoots, doing promotional shoots, and doing documentary shooting, which is fine, really. I have never had a problem with the documentary side of things, but the promotional side is shit. It's really the worst. Also, maybe I think for the photographers, to go there in order to be photographed and to present yourself, and kind of, there is no such thing as not posing, because no matter what you do, it is some kind of pose, and it's not natural, it doesn't feel natural, and I've never liked it. That's the hard part of it. But documentaries thing, where you follow us the way you've done, is super, because we just do what we do, and I do remember now that you did set up this, and then I kind of get into the other mode. But to have someone like yourself that really fit in the way have you have a talent for that. Also for the type of lifestyle that it becomes, to travel like this, to live out of a suitcase, and to be ready and available and ready to shoot from the hip at any point in time, and just be part of whatever goes on is a skill.
Is there any moments when you're traveling around, like you said, you're living out of a suitcase, always ready to go to the next city? Has there been any like incidents between you where you just had said to Stian like, enough, just leave me alone for
only when people get out of hand, when what they do gets out of hand, when you understand why they do it or why people need something, and it's a warranted reason, then you just accept it and you deal with it in a way. But the problem obviously always is that I am just one person, and I because of what I do, I do something that becomes very personal to people that pay attention to it, that allow it into their lives. And it builds a personal relationship without the personal contact, which is the normal type of contact. And that's the area that is always a battle to try and deal with for both sides, for the listener as well as the performer or artist.
But is there any time when you come home